What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm sure many of you were not expecting another Sakuyamon deck profile, but I can leave you guys hanging. So, I don't have all the cards that I'm still waiting for, and there's been some issues with things. One of the most big things to let you know is that yes, I did find some more of my Sakuyamon cards, but I'm also still going through the process of really working on the Sakuyamon deck. There isn't really any major plans for me to return to Digimon itself in terms of like tournaments and stuff, because look, I'm just not good at them. But I am enjoying building these decks for you guys and showing off the decks and doing deck profiles. So maybe these will encourage you to build your own, or maybe go out there and see what works for you. And if it doesn't, hey, it's perfectly fine. Not everything is perfect, but it's just enjoying what you're able to have from the long run. So, with that in tow, guys, why don't we go ahead and we take a look at my Sakuyamon deck profile. So, starting off are my 4 copies of EX2's Vixmon. That is then followed by my 4 copies of Renamon from EX2. A lot of EX2 cards here, by the way. BT17's Renamon in 4 copies. 2 copies of Renamon from BT10. The 4 copies of Kyubimon from BT17. And 4 copies of Talmon from BT19. Then, oh, did I say? Yeah, I say 19 for the Renamon. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, Renamon, Kyubimon. Then it's time for Talmon, where I'm only running the 1 copy of Talmon from EX2 with the 1 copy of Talmon Ace from BT 19, and then the 4 copies of Talmon from BT17. Then that's followed by the 1 copy of Sakuyamon from BT17, the 2 copies of Sakuyamon from BT19, the one lone copy of Sakuyamon Miko Mode from BT10, 2 copies of Sakuyamon Ace, Miko Mode Ace from the the Lost Memories set, and then the 2 copies of Chaosmon Valderarm from BT20. So that is all of my Digimon. Then for my Tamers, this is quite a short one too. 3 copies of Rika Nanaka from EX2, 3 copies of Rika Nanaka from BT19, and then my option cards are my 4 copies of Digivolution Plugin S, my 4 copies of Physical Training, my 2 copies of Yellow Memory Boost, and my 4 copies of the Yellow Scramble. So, yeah, that is the deck I compiled for Digimon. So, going through it, like I said earlier, I don't have all my cards. It's okay. I will just deal with what I have and enjoy what I have. So, Vixmon, draw power. When you play an option card with a cost of 2 or more, and as you can see, I'm running plenty of those option cards to play a cost of 2 that have a cost of 2 or more. From there, let's go into the rookies, the champs, the ultimates, and then the megas. So I have this all perfectly organized. The 4 copies of EX2 Renamon, she is here to search by checking the top 4 cards of your deck to then add a card of the evolution line and a Rika Nanaka to your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. We have the 4 BT17 Renamon that also do some searching. They search the top 3 cards of your deck and add a Digimon with any of the Talmon of the Sakuyamon line, a Rika Nanaka, and or a option card with a cost of 2 or more, adding them to your hand and placing the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, so that way you can search out for more pieces, because you're going to do a lot of searching with your Digimon, especially your rookies. Then the two copies of Renamon from BT10. I am questioning if I want to raise this up to maybe 3 or do a full set like I did last time, because she also searches for 4 cards, the top deck for 4 cards, to not only add a plugin but to also add your tamer. And as you'll see later on, I have a lot of cards that are still piecing together my tamers so that way I can get to more of my pieces in my deck so that I can play my tamers and stuff onto the field and benefit from them. Now, from there, moving into my champions, which is funny because it's two variations of Cubimon, but they both do the same thing. The on Digivolution, they allow you to play a Rika Nanaka. The only difference is that BT17's Talmon says that you play it if you don't have a Rika Nanaka already on the field, while BT19 says as long as you have a tamer or less, one tamer or fewer, you can play a Rika Nanaka from your hand without paying a memory cost. So 17 can bring the Rika Nanaka out, then 19s can bring out a Rika Nanaka. And I love the ability setup that you get here from these Digimon, because something I forgot to point out when I talked about the Talmon was that a lot of your Digimon in this set are going to rely on the option, their inheritables needing option cards. And it's something that I think is amazing, because older sets would have the Renamon lineup. It didn't really have something solid. And now we have something solid. And I enjoy that. That is amazing. It's awesome. Because we have BT10s that reduces DP where you play the option card of 2 or more. We have BT17s that allows you to security attack -1. We have the EX2s, which gains you a memory, and I love that. We have Cubimon from BT17 that does a security attack -1, and then BT19's Cubimon, which is a DP reduction of 2k, which still pans out to all of the things in the deck now finally meshing, because they're saying we can use the option cards. Let's take advantage of these option cards since they printed so many of these option cards. And I'll get to the plugins when I get into it, because I'm going to have a bit of discussion about my need for plugins and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the lineup there of my rookies and my ultimates. Rookies and my champions, love them. I think I want to say ultimates because I want to get to these ultimates too. And these ultimates pretty much have their own lineup of things as well. So let's just talk about them full out. This is Talmon from EX2 that plays a Rika Nanaka from your hand without paying a memory cost, with the inheritable to reduce DP if you play an option card of two or more. We have Talmon Ace, which is amazing because this is the one that did the Talmon loop, but she had to be limited to 1 because of that situation at hand. Because when Digivolving, you can play a single colored option card from your hand with a cost of 5 or less without paying its memory cost, and then being able to give one of your opponent's Digimon a security attack -1 until the end of their turn and stop their when Digivolving effect. So some pretty gnarly things there, right? Right. But then we also have this Talmon. This is the one from BT17 that came out before her. This is the one I'm running multiples of because it's the when Digivolving, I can play the option card with a plug-in. Now, are the yellow option card in without paying the memory cost. And because I'm playing so many of those, I was also thinking or playing around with some of the other option cards, which I'm still thinking about, because maybe in August I will start playing with those option cards and really getting a feel of playing with option cards that aren't just the single Digivolution card cost. So we have one that makes Sakuyamon a blocker, one that makes her have jamming, one that gives her invulnerability. It's so many different things, and I want to be able to use them as well and benefit from their abilities. So now we go on into the megas, and I might as well keep everybody on the field. So Sakuyamon from BT17 gets the barrier ability as well. I don't care for the barrier ability. It has nothing to do with my main cause, which is basically playing with these option cards. Now, when Digivolving, if my opponent has one of my opponent's Digimon will get 6k DP reduction, and then I'm able to play an option card from my hand with a cost of 5 or more. Um, that is either, what is it, a plug-in or is yellow. Bam. Get automatic play, automatic setup right there. Then once a turn during your turn, when an option card with a cost of 2 or more is played, this Digimon does not get affected, is unaffected by your opponent's abilities to return the card to the hand or to the deck, which can be problematic for a lot of cards in the game. So it's a get out of jail free card there. Sakuyamon from BT19 is the other variation of Sakuyamon we're playing, because both of these have the ability to digivolve on top of Miko mode. I guess it's a way of a mode change, if you will. This Sakuyamon on Digivolution draws you 2 cards and then allows you to play a single color option card from your hand with a cost of 5 or less without paying its memory cost. Bam. Then the once a turn, when it's your turn, when you play an option card with a cost of 2 or more, you can play one pipe box token, and that token has 6k DP and blocker, which can be very beneficial. You can have a blocker and a nice little wall to defend you. So it definitely benefits from having that benefit there. We also have the Miko modes, and one thing about the Miko modes, and I don't know if people agree with me. It's fine. I don't have the Sakuyamon Nexus, so I'm using the next best thing, because these help with the Valdor Arm situation, which is the Valdor Arm gaining its ability, which I'll talk about momentarily. But both of these have unique abilities playing around with your option cards. Sakuyamon Miko mode from BT10 allows you to play your option card with plug-in or is yellow with a cost of 5 or less without paying its memory cost or meeting its color requirement. Then when you play the option card at the top of your security stack, gives you the ability to, well, use it again, right? Right. So then from there, we have the when attacking, you may digivolve into Sakuyamon with a reduced cost of 1, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So you get to basically play on top of Sakuyamon for free. Combine this with your Yellow Scramble or your physical training, and you get to drop onto the field without paying the memory cost. But it's a when attacking, so I don't think it would trigger. It probably doesn't, but I thought that actually, yeah, it's a lot, but it's still beneficial. And then you also have the Sakuyamon Miko mode Ace, which you can drop on top of Sakuyamon for a cost of 1. And then when digivolving or on play, you may play one yellow tamer or place a single colored 5 cost or less option from your hand to the top of your security stack. And then when a option card is used or security stack cards are added to it, you can reduce one of your opponent's Digimon's DP by 6k for the turn. So a lot of this DP reduction, because I waited till I got to this Sakuyamon, helps out with getting rid of floodgates. So any of the Digimon that says can't gain memory outside of this, can't play Digimon through effects while this card's on the board, all of that, these Digimon and their inheritables help you once you start playing these option cards. Now, the last Digimon to talk about is this Valderon Ace. This Chaos Valderon. I don't say Chaos Valderon Ace. I don't think we have an Ace version of Chaos Valderon. But Valderon has the already in play security attack +1. I don't really care for the patron because I don't have any green Digimon abilities in here. But the whole overall thing is when digivolving for each Digimon that has level 6, that is a level 6 Digimon, I can suspend one of our opponent's Digimon or Tamers and then gain a memory. And then none of those Digimon and Tamers can activate their on-play effects or unsuspend to the end of my opponent's turn, which stuns a good portion of board. Kind of reminds me of how playing with Quartzmon and Quartzmon's ability. So, yeah, just little things there. And of course, this is your cheaper version of things. I know some builds run the Ruin mode if you've got it from LM, but even LM's Ruin modes are expensive. You can always swap into Burstmon Ace, Shine Greymon Burst Mode Ace, which is still viable, or you can just play you a Valderon like I am. So, all to the preference of what your pocket's setting. Okay, from there, we'll probably get to the easier part of this, and that is the tamers. Now, while most people are going to say, why are you running, the Rika Nanakas like this? I need a memory boost as soon as possible. I will not rely on my opponent to do that for me. And I'm going to play this Rika Nanaka for that reason. So that's why Rika Nanaka from EX2 is here. Then being able to suspend herself to allow me to play an option card when my Rika Nanaka swings. Beneficial there as well. Then Rika Nanaka from BT19. On play, I can reveal the top 2 cards in my deck to add any of the Renamon line to my hand, as well as a plug-in option card as well. And then place the rest of them on my deck. And then when I play my memory card, play one of my option cards, I can suspend her to then gain a memory. And because of all these Digimon abilities that are dropping abilities like crazy, it's not going to be a hard thing to do. So I am 100% for it. Alright. From there, because why not, are all my option cards. Now, I said this earlier and I'll say it again. I love the plug-in cards, but I'm trying to find a way to mediate playing a lot of them because there's so many good ones. You have the one that does jamming, you have the one that protects your Digimon from card effects, you have a Digimon that gets blocker. It's so many different variations. Now, right now, I'm only playing the digital plug-in S because it helps me swiftly digivolve into the next Digivolution stage. I still want the other options, and I kind of want to play around with them as well. So no shade to it, but it's still a great card. It's just I want to play the others in addition to it. The physical training helps with reducing Digivolution cost by 2, but it also helps you search out for cards as well, and it doesn't limit to you like the Yellow Memory Boost does, which only gets you Digimon. With this, with physical training, you're allowed to get your 2 Digimon. Hold on, I can spread this out because it's a lot of room. You can only get 1 out of the 2 cards, but it doesn't matter if it's a tamer or not, you can still get it, while Yellow Memory Boost just allows you to get just the Digimon. Then we have the Yellow Scramble, which I said kind of earlier. I like the Yellow Scramble in this deck because it's a cheap freebie of Digivolution reduction, but it's also something that I can use to play my Renamon without sacrificing so many other pieces. So, yeah, it's a lot in this deck. It's a lot of things that I still have on my mind that I want to play and really just test out in the future. So, with that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap up for my deck profile for Sakuyamon. And I really do hope you guys enjoy it, because I personally did enjoy building this up myself. If I get the other additional cards, maybe I'll save an update video for this deck for August. You guys can have that for the birthday month. Yay! And really just, explore things and go from there. So with that said and done, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously. I am literally, at the time of this recording, almost to 400. So that'd be really great. I'm trying to reach 500 by the end of the year. And then set my goal for the next 100 after that. So, with that in tow, yeah, just thank you guys so much for watching. Social media links are in the description box below. And I'll catch you guys next time. HPJ, signing out. Take care.